Alright, let's dive into the topic of the hour. What's Micah Parsons' next step in Mike Zimmer's defense? There's a lot to unpack here, so buckle up, Cowboys Nation, and let's get into it. First and foremost, sustainability is the name of the game for Micah Parsons. Through his first 3 seasons, Parsons has been an absolute force, using his incredible athleticism to disrupt defenses and rack up sacks at an impressive rate. But here's the kicker: once December rolls around, his production tends to dip. If Zimmer and Parsons can devise a system that keeps him just as productive late in the season as he is at the start, then Parsons might finally snag that Defensive Player of the Year award he's been eyeing. This might mean incorporating an added power element to his game, ensuring he doesn't get worn down when his athleticism starts to wane late in games. Now, 2 things are for sure. First, Parsons needs to reacclimate to playing more at linebacker. And we're not talking about blitzing as much as he did in Dan Quinn's system, but rather playing the run like he did back at Penn State. The NFL isn't just about sacks, folks. While sacks are great, the Cowboys must improve their run defense. When I look back at Micah's Penn State tape, what initially caught my eye was his ability to diagnose run plays and shoot gaps. This also applies to playing defensive end. Parsons needs to improve at setting the edge against the run, a crucial aspect of playing defense. Just ask DeMarcus Lawrence. Continued success late in the season is crucial. Parsons has already established himself as the most dynamic pass rusher in football, showing impact and improvement in each of his 3 NFL seasons. However, it's no secret that his production trends downward once December and January come around. From September to November, Parsons averages 4.7 tackles and a sack per game, along with 40 of his 51 career tackles for loss during that time span. This could be due to his all-out approach over a long season or teams finding ways to limit his production. Even if his role doesn't change significantly, Mike Zimmer must set him up to produce late in the season when it matters most. Now, let's talk about the dynamic between Parsons and Zimmer. They need to have clear communication, and I'll assume that's happened by now, especially with training camp right around the corner. I predict Parsons will primarily operate off the edge under Zimmer, rather than as an off-ball linebacker. Zimmer didn't bring in Kendricks and Lufau with the intention of Parsons being a primary linebacker. For Parsons, it's about controlling what he can control. He can't do much about the non-calls when he's being held in the trenches, but when he breaks free, he needs to turn more of his league-leading QB pressures into sacks. This could propel him from the mid-teens in that category into the realm of TJ Watt, with 20-plus sacks. He's on the verge of taking that next step. He just needs to do it, though it's easier said than done when you're being placed in a chokehold after the snap. Sometimes even the great ones need a different voice, and that's what the Cowboys are counting on with Zimmer and Parsons. It's going to be fascinating to see how Micah fits into the new scheme and how much Zimmer tailors it around his strengths. Surely, these conversations were had before Zimmer was hired. If the Cowboys didn't figure out his plan for Micah, then that's on them. That's why I'm not worried about any lack of communication between the two. Zimmer knows he needs Parsons to excel, and Parsons knows he must do the same, especially with a contract on the line. Can he buy into a run-stopping mode? Can he rack up more sacks in December and January? These are the big questions for Parsons if he wants to take the next step. How Parsons performs this season could depend on how well he and Zimmer work together. Parsons mentioned that Zimmer has an old-school mindset and that their relationship will require compromise. This means Parsons is willing to do what's asked, but he also expects Zimmer to listen to his input. So, what remains to be seen is how Parsons will react if Zimmer decides one of the NFL's best pass rushers needs to play more linebacker. Conversely, how will Zimmer respond if his hard-nosed approach doesn't resonate with the young star? In the end, I believe we'll see Parsons put up another monstrous season, especially with his contract negotiations coming up. Now, Cowboys Nation, I want to hear from you. Do you think Micah Parsons will thrive under Zimmer's new system? Drop a Y for yes or an N for no in the comments section below. And don't just vote, let us know why you feel that way. Your opinions matter, and we love hearing from you. And remember, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and enable the notification bell. Your subscription is very important to us and helps us bring you more great content. Help us reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers. Before we wrap up, let's consider the potential benefits of having Zimmer as the new defensive mastermind. With Zimmer's experience and Parsons' talent, the possibilities are endless. But it won't be without its challenges. Parsons must adapt, and Zimmer must find the best ways to utilize his star player. If they can do that, the Cowboys' defense could reach new heights this season. So, what's your take, Cowboys fans? Can Zimmer and Parsons form the perfect defensive duo? Will Parsons finally get that DPOI award? Head down to the comments section and let us know your thoughts. Also, don't forget to share this video with your friends and fellow Cowboys fans. Let's keep the conversation going and see what the majority thinks. Alright, let's keep the momentum going. There's so much more to discuss about Micah Parsons and Mike Zimmer's potential impact on his performance. We've talked about sustainability and the need for Parsons to maintain his production late into the season, but what about the specific strategies Zimmer might employ to maximize Parsons' effectiveness? One key aspect will be the versatility of Parsons. Zimmer has a reputation for creative defensive schemes, and with Parsons' unique skill set, the possibilities are endless. Imagine Parsons not only rushing off the edge, but also dropping back into coverage, confusing quarterbacks, and creating turnovers. This multifaceted approach could keep offenses guessing and elevate Parsons' game to a new level. Another crucial factor will be the rotation of the defensive line. Keeping Parsons fresh throughout the season will be vital, and Zimmer must ensure that there is a strong supporting cast to rotate in and out, allowing Parsons to rest when needed. This strategy could help mitigate the late-season drop in production we've seen in the past. By managing his snaps and avoiding overuse, Parsons can stay explosive and dominant all season long. Now, let's delve into some potential matchups. With the NFC East boasting some formidable offensive lines, Parsons will face tough competition. Games against the Philadelphia Eagles, with their strong O-line, will be key tests for Parsons. How he performs in these high-stakes divisional games could define his season. What do you think, Cowboys fans? How many sacks do you predict Parsons will have against our divisional rivals? Drop your predictions in the comments below. And speaking of predictions, let's not forget about the rest of the defense. How will players like DeMarcus Lawrence, Trayvon Diggs, and the new additions like Eric Kendricks and Lufau complement Parsons' efforts? Zimmer's ability to integrate these talents into a cohesive unit will be critical. If he can bring out the best in each player and create a synergistic defense, the Cowboys could become a formidable force. I also want to hear your thoughts on the broader defensive strategy. Should the Cowboys focus more on a blitz-heavy approach, or should they prioritize solidifying the run defense first? Let us know in the comments. Your insights are always appreciated, and we love engaging with your ideas. Moving on, let's talk about the psychological aspect. Parsons has mentioned the importance of mental toughness and preparation. Working with a veteran coach like Zimmer, known for his disciplined and focused approach, could greatly benefit Parsons. Developing a stronger mental game can help him push through the late-season fatigue and perform at his peak when it matters most. Let's shift gears a bit and consider the long-term implications. Parsons is entering a critical phase in his career, with contract negotiations on the horizon. A standout season under Zimmer's guidance could significantly boost his market value and secure a lucrative extension. This adds another layer of motivation for Parsons to buy into Zimmer's system and give it his all. But let's not overlook the team dynamics. How will the rest of the Cowboys' defense respond to Zimmer's old-school mindset? Will they embrace the changes and rally around Parsons as their leader? Building a strong team culture will be essential for the Cowboys' success this season. What do you think, Cowboys Nation? Will Zimmer's tough love approach resonate with the team? Share your thoughts in the comments below. As we continue to analyze Parsons' role, let's not forget about the importance of health and conditioning. Staying injury-free is crucial for any player, especially one with as much on the line as Parsons. The Cowboys training staff will play a key role in ensuring that Parsons maintains peak physical condition throughout the grueling NFL season. Proper recovery protocols, nutrition, and conditioning programs will be vital components of his success. Now, let's circle back to the fans. Your support and engagement are what make this channel thrive. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and enable the notification bell. Your subscription is very important to us and helps us bring you more great content. Help us reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers. Before we wrap up, let's revisit the main points we've covered. Micah Parsons' next step in Zimmer's defense involves sustainability, versatility, and a strong team dynamic. By adapting his game to maintain late-season productivity, embracing his role as a versatile defensive weapon, and fostering a strong relationship with Zimmer and his teammates, Parsons can elevate his performance to new heights. As always, Cowboys Nation, we want to hear from you. What are your expectations for Micah Parsons this season? Do you think he'll achieve his goal of winning the Defensive Player of the Year award? Head down to the comments section and let us know your thoughts. And don't forget to participate in our polls and share your predictions. Thank you for tuning in to Cowboys News TV. We're excited to bring you more updates and in-depth analysis as the season progresses. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any breaking news. Your support helps us grow and reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers. We appreciate every one of you in our Cowboys community. Until next time, go Cowboys!